Merry and Pippin is like a kings and stuff. Well, it's not kings, more like
the deleted
ambassadors.
The extended scenes in the Lord of the Rings. I think I watched the Fellowship and the Two Towers. There's loads of stuff they cut out of the normal.
The article version.
Yeah. Footage. I've seen it before, but you don't remember it. There's so much of it as such.
Because in the first one, a Gandalf speaks in the Black speech in Rivendell when they form the Fellowship.
There's a lot of stuff.
In the second one, you get you see Aragorn telling what's her face his age. Yeah, there's like quite a few sort of parts.
Yeah, I was gonna say
because yeah.
Sorry, go on. Sorry.
Because the guy, the dead king, who he helps cross over, he visits Aragorn before he goes into the part thing.
Oh, right, that's good.
So,
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of stuff in like Lord of the Rings. I'm only really familiar with the main sort of stuff, films and that. Like, there's so much like mythology and these types of things, isn't there? As such.
Yeah. And that's why the extended editions on the DVD was like 4 discs, I think.
Yeah, I know it's out on Blu-ray as well, but it's like some like 60 to about 80 quid, I think, you can buy. It's just the extended editions. Yeah, I might just stick with the DVD versions, to be honest. As good as it is.
Oh yeah.
I'm on like some like water part of this game, and I don't know about you, but I'm not the biggest fan of water levels in video games.
Same here. I hate water levels of friends.
I'm still having flashbacks from Sons of Liberty.
God, yeah.
God, I hated that one. I liked that part of the game, but I hated that part of the game. Where you got to save Odacon's sister.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating, like trying to like sometimes.
Tell me about it, mate.
You'd get like lost in the debris of all of the explosion, all the stuff.
Yeah.
There were certain bits that trolled you as well, like finding the bomb.
Yeah.
That last bomb.
Yeah.
It turns out it's underneath him the entire time. You're like looking around, like, where is it? Yeah. That's not there.
Going back to the extended version of Lord of the Rings, on A Return of the King, you see the mouth of Sauron come out of the gate in the extended versions.
Yeah.
And the mouth of Sauron. But I can't remember all the scenes, Dave, but I know some of the scenes, but not all of it. But I know on the first one there's an extended part of the Shire where he shows more parts of it. On the first extended versions of the first film.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a while, so I can't remember.
I did watch the review of the EA Lord of the Rings games the other night. Do you know the PS2? The PS2?
Oh, them ones, yeah.
Yeah. They were
yeah, I like them ones.
Yeah, they're very good, kind of grindy, but yeah, I could see that they're not bad. I mean, what they are, you know, there's
yeah.
Some people like, what's going on here? There's a lot of people that think old things are crap. Just 'cause they're old, like they don't always stand up. There was certain things like, you know, like Mario 64. The camera on that game is an absolute pain in the arse by today's standards.
Jank. Way jank.
It's you know, you have to keep orientating the camera and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially some of the later levels as well. But if you if you try the 3DS version of that game, it's actually quite impressive. Like when you actually.
Yeah, the DS one. Yeah, that came out in 2004 or 5. Yeah.
As I said to you many times, that mate, John, that used to be at the Southbank training room, was like he must go nearly every lunchtime to go and get some new gaming gadget or something.
Oh yeah, tell me about it then. Fucking hell.
I used to do it though, like trading things in to get the next big thing and stuff.
I did.
I don't do it anymore.
I mean, I used.
Time I did.
Yeah.
So I used to, you want the latest, greatest, newest thing. You're like, yeah.
I did quite. I do that sometimes, but when I used to go to Kex, when it was before all this shit.
Yeah, even before that, I mean, when we had Game Station there as well, didn't we, at that point as well?
Yeah, yeah. That's now a
it's not anything.
a mobility scooter place. No.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a mobility scooter place now.
Oh, right.
Oh, gotta remember, like, place, fucking hell, it was great.
Used to go into the Game Station and play on the little booth things every single. Never used to buy it, just used to go in there and kill her in half an hour.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Good fun.
So that's where I used to get all my retro stuff, like before this expensive crap you used to see on eBay, like £1,000 for one fucking game. Like, what the fuck?
Not even that. The stuff that's rare isn't even good either. Like it's just like
no.
It's just
for the it's greed, innit? It's greed.
It is. I mean, it's because someone can get hold of something that nobody else can buy, so they just charge extravagant prices. As like I said to you, Stadium 2 on the 64 is about 80 to about £110, I think.
Fuck no.
Which is a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. It's a it's a cartridge, so.
Yeah. So why do you want a bloody? Oh yeah.
What? It's kind of nuts, really. But,
oh yeah.
I mean, if you've got the money, good on you, fair enough. But like, that's just too much.
Oh no, I'll straight bad.
Rich investment. And ironically, I couldn't buy it at the time as a young teenager, just because I didn't have any income at all then.
Oh.
The only time I'd ever get anything like that was on birthdays and Christmases and stuff. That's why so many people at that age group like loved having that for that reason, because you couldn't get it anyway at the time. I still remember getting.
Oh, but now you can.
Yeah.
So also.
Exactly.
Because you got your own
to
income.
save a bit, but you've got some type of income coming in, so it makes things a bit easier and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But even then, though, they were about 6. I remember my nan and my mum. I think they had to get together to get us. I think it was it was called Lilac Wars, wasn't it, in the UK?
Yeah. Star Fox 64.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad bought me that for Christmas.
Yeah. You got that the big box with the rumble pack and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it was bloody expensive when you think about it. It was one game, and you could, you could play through it multiple times, but it was like, you had like, if you did certain objectives, you got mission complete or mission accomplished. There was all sorts of different, there was a lot to this game. I'm really quite surprised at this game, actually. I generally thought it was just going to be like a platform game, but it really isn't. It's like I'm being shot at, I'm jumping over platforms, I'm upgrading me weapons, and it's
a hybrid of everything.
Silky smooth as well. The frame rate is like, I haven't noticed the frame drop yet either at all.
No.
Jesus, these people don't like me very much.
And I thought about it. Because I got the first Legacy of Kain from a game station. The first Legacy of Kain game. Blood on PS1. It's actually dirt cheap actually, not like today's standards.
Yeah, I remember playing one of the Legacy Kain games. It's one of those. Again, it's one of those games that looks janky, but when you actually play it, from what I understand, it was actually quite good.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
It's an early. Is it an early PlayStation game? Is it?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Soul Reaver is on the PC and the Dreamcast and the PlayStation.
Yeah. And yeah. There also the other one, wasn't it? Where you played as the villain, basically of.
Oh, Kain.
Yeah. Was it Legacy of Kain?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the first one was called Blood and Legacy of Kain, and it's Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2, Defiance, and then Blood Omen 2, which you play as Kain again. Well, in Defiance, you play as Kain and Razel.
Oh right, okay.
Wow.
I'm trying to think, what did I do? I did play... I played quite a few platforms on the PS1 at the time. I played...
Oh yeah.
Bugs Bunny Lost in Time, which is a bloody difficult game from my memory. Jesus Christ, and Ape Escape, obviously.
Oh, Ape Escape, was it? Oh yeah.
I thoroughly remember Bugs Bunny in Time for being just... really, really hard. Like...
yeah, I know.
Interesting platform from like, especially compared to today. But like, yeah, really, and that was from.
Yeah.
I think that was Ubisoft actually. Yeah, I think at the time.
I think it's Infogrames.
Infogrames. Sorry, no, was it published by Ubisoft? And
yeah.
Infogrames.
Yeah.
Is Infogrames? Even Infogrames even around anymore?
No, not anymore.
I know, like it.
I think that I can't remember who they became or who bought them out.
I was gonna say I know, like your.
Oh, I don't know. I think it was Tara. I think Infogrames became Tara at some point.
I was gonna say because I know like Acclaim, they're no longer around. They went bust as well, didn't they? Yeah, I can't remember who bought them out. I think it became yeah, I can't remember now. Who bought them out? Yeah. It's nuts when you think about all these companies. You don't really realise it at the time, like.
Yeah.
Like the creative process in those days would have been, I'd imagine, massively different compared to today's stuff. No? But like,
yeah,
I do remember, like, as I said to you, like that Tomb Raider game. I never ever owned it, but I played the demo and I was like, this is
same here.
Weird and odd, but kind of fun in a strange sort of way.
Yeah, I played it on a demo, but I never had the full thing. But you can get them on the PlayStation 3 if it's still on there.
I remember I had the demos, especially. The demos were... I played the demos more than the real game. Like, there was certain demos I used to get free with the magazines at the time. Like, I played the...
Yeah.
I think I wore out the Metal Gear Solid one. I get Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah.
I think it played up to the... I think so you got to... Bugger, come on memory, what is it? Up to the Dark Chief, I think it was, I think.
Oh, the Metal Gear demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I think I got up to that point on it in the end, and then the demo ends. But I had other things on like Ridge Racer 4, I think.
Yeah.
And that was like proper arcadey. And
do you remember the VR missions on Metal Gear?
I actually owned the. I I owned a copy of the VR missions, but it wasn't anything like. It's just VR missions, isn't it? Essentially, there's nothing really much to it, is there? Such.
No.
But it was kind of cool. From what I remember.
Yeah. I'm just reading on the claim. I'm trying to think who it is. Who bought them out before they got defunct in 2004.
Yeah, because the last game they put out was, I don't know what they're like. I don't know. I remember Attitude and Warzone.
The last one was actually the Legends of Wrestling.
Oh right, that was that PS2 generation?
PS2 and Xbox and GameCube and all.
You got your. I'm trying to think of the original PlayStation. There was a few. There was a mech game called. Was it Crazy Ivan? What was it called? I played a demo of it like so many times. It was unreal. It was a. You played some sort of big mech. It was like a demo type game.
Oh.
And there was also. Was it Tomb? Not Tomb, but there was one called Cooler World or something where you played as a beach ball. It was like a puzzle type game where you had to like navigate these like 3D environments like on like different, I guess you call them square, not like barrels.
Yeah, I remember those games. Yeah.
And you had to sort of like navigate around them and stuff.
Yeah. What about now? They bought out. They claimed purchased a company called Iguana Entertainment, who did the Turks.
Oh, right.
There's Probe Entertainment.
Yeah. I think they published the. I think they published the Chaos Engine game. The port to the Mega Drive and the SNES. That came.
It was also the ones who did the Die Hard trilogy and all that, and Alien trilogy.
Oh right, I mean they ported quite a few games if I remember correctly, actually.
Yeah.
I have no idea where to go on this.
I forgot they also published a Mortal Kombat acclaim. Yeah.
Wasn't that made by
Midway? Now known as NetherRealm Studios.
Yeah, I remember. There was like the violence, like the politicians at the time, and the violence in this stuff, and the reaction.
It's all because when it first came out, someone accidentally did a fatality, like just out of the blue. So I was like, my God, this is violent.
The thing is, like nowadays, you don't hear that much about it, do you? Really?
Yeah. My God.
Just a little bit, but not a great deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, you know. I mean, and stuff today is 10 times more violent than it was then in terms of.
Oh no, tell me about it.
And stuff. I am completely dumbstruck about what I've got to do on this level.
Yeah, because the Mortal Kombat games were the photo ones, isn't it? Where they took scans of actors.
Yeah. There's a behind the footage of that, I think, actually, somewhere on YouTube, I think, actually.
Which they used for the Batman Forever on the fucking Sega.
Oh, I was talking to another mate about that. Yeah, that is a really, like...
Jank.
Yeah, to say the least. Jank's probably a nice word for it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's had a shit and wank.
Yeah, I remember having to Up and whatever it was to actually.
Oh yeah, to go down. Oh no, tell me about it.
Yeah, up something to beat the game. I think it was.
Yeah, because half of the assets of Acclaim's assets were bought out by THQ and Codemasters.
That's another different company, isn't it?
Yeah, Codemasters is now owned by. Who? And EA is supposed to be buying Codemasters.
I think so.
Yeah, because I know THQ is now part of THQ Nordic.
Yeah, that's weird. They went bankrupt, didn't they? THQ.
Yeah, in 2013 after Saints Row 3.
Ratchet jumped and seriously, what's with all the jumping?
Because the final wrestling game was WE13. That's before it went crap.
I didn't ever like the controls in the modern wrestling games. I hate them. I'm so used to SmackDown, the PS1 games, when they started introducing the analogs and stuff, it got kind of complicated, I suppose, because those games were kind of arcadey in nature in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
I must have played season mode on that first game about 100,000 times. Like,
Same here. I love the first two SmackDown games. Well, I like the actual SmackDown games before 2K took over.
Yeah, because they weren't like simulated wrestling, were they? They were more sort of arcade based.
Arcade, yeah.
Alright, you didn't have like the voices. I mean, the 64 games I would have probably were the superior games, but I didn't ever actually at the time the opportunity to play them at the time, so I had.
Yeah.
You know, like the season mode on it and the creating character, and you could even do 2-player season mode, which is something I don't think they've ever had brought back. You know what I mean? Like you can do tag teams and.
No, you can't nowadays.
Loads of stuff that went on in that game.
Because that's when it became the SmackDown versus Raw, wasn't it?
Yeah. There was some stuff. Like, I mean,
that's when they added voices.
Yeah, they were. To be honest, I didn't. The voices added to it, but the dialogue was. The text dialogue was actually alright for what it was, because you could do all sorts of crazy storylines and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Fight backstage and that kind of stuff.
I think that was the second game, wasn't it, where they introduced the backstage.
Yeah, I think that's because the second game had to be. It was like re-released, wasn't it, or something? Because when they released it, had like a glitch in the season mode, so you couldn't progress apparently.
Yeah.
But like you know, sort of. So many things I sort of remember.
Oh yeah. Because the first one's to do with like the Attitude Era, and then like the Dark Side Undertaker, and Big Show, and
Kane, Triple H, Stone Cold, The Rock, Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
The
Taz in the second
Hardy
one, I think.
Boys. Yeah, there's just like it's just all sort of a lot of different unique types of personalities, and
the first Inferno match.
Yeah, all very extreme and stuff like that. That's what they were going for. The product itself was like, there wasn't as such as well. You never knew what was going to happen. And the only way you could watch it was on Sky One, or and the pay-per-views are on Sky Sports.
Yeah, at a certain time.
Yeah, there was no. It's crazy when you think about like how things are now compared to when we were that age. When you're like in your teenage years, everything is not accessible like it is today. Like everything is accessible now.
Do you remember WF Heat?
Yeah, that was on Channel 4, wasn't it?
Yeah. God, that was the days. Channel 4 wrestling. Hell no.
Yeah, was kind of a sort of
Have we met before?
what's the word I'm looking for? It was like I wouldn't say it was a low budget type of. You didn't see as much on it, did you, as the rest? There was less of the big sort of stars. It was more sort of small stars, but they still had a lot of big guests on it and stuff.
Well, it does look like the
I remember
Let's give it a shot.
the 2000 Royal Rumble with Cactus Jack and Triple H in the street fight and Mae Young and all that bit.
Yeah, I remember one of them. I think it was the Dudley Boys power bombing her through a table.
Yeah.
Which, given the
I remember when Jeff Hardy did the Swanton bomb off the balcony through the table.
anytime you saw like a tight lit table and ladders match, you're like, this is gonna be horrifically entertaining in a really, really painful way.
Yeah. Brawl and shit. Like,
oh yeah,
what
you never knew what to expect with the product, did you? As such.
No.